Hey my dear Centennials, welcome back to the part 2 of the video. Here we will be discussing about the parliament in session and also a little bit about the President of India. Clear? Okay. Now see, what is a session? The period during which the House meet to conduct its business is called a session. Now there are different times when the parliament meets and that is known as a session. Okay. And talking about in a proper way, parliament meets twice a year. Okay. Our constitution empowers the president to summon each house. The parliament, according to our constitution, must meet at least twice a year. So which means at least twice a year, that minimum they have to meet at least twice a year. Now this is a provision that is given in the Constitution of India. Clear? Okay. There should not be a gap of more than 6 months between the two sessions. So there are not more than of 6 months between the two sessions. If it is so happens, then the president has the power to summon either house, discontinue the meeting, or dissolve the house of the people in consultation with the prime minister. Clear? Okay. Now there are certain functions of the Parliament of India. First, it is the introduction of new laws. Then, financial control over the government's income, control over executive, and organ of information. Now these four are the major functions of the Parliament that Indian Parliament follows. First, introduction of new laws. A parliament can introduce new laws and change the old ones. A law is first introduced in the form of a bill. So a raw law, when we plan out something, when we plan something in rough and then we leave it for further discussion with the parents, with the teachers, then that thing is known as a bill. Clear? Now when it is sanctioned or approved by a higher authority, yes, whatever you are thinking is right, whatever is your idea, it is correct. When it is approved, it is known as a law. Okay. Now when the parliament sits to frame a certain law, and when they have put everything in a tentative manner, tentative means something which is not permanent, and when it is approved by the President of India, then that way a bill becomes a law. Clear? Okay. A bill is a draft of a proposed law. The bills can be broadly classified into three categories. First, it is a money bill, ordinary bill, and constitution amendment bill. Okay, money bills include all the provisions related to money tax regulations, contingency fund, consolidated funds, borrowing of money by the government, etc. etc. Ordinary bills are draft proposals for ordinary legislation. Ordinary legislation means ordinary laws. Okay, for example, if I say wearing helmet is a law, for example, I said wearing helmet is a law. Okay, so it means it is an ordinary law, ordinary bill. Okay, first a law is always a bill. Okay, clear? Now Constitution Amendment Bill. Constitution Amendment Bills deal with the amendment of a constitution. See, our constitution was written it came into effect on 26 January 1950. Clear? So, and today it is 2020. So, there are certain things which have changed. In fact, there are many things which have been changed. So, from time to time, with the passage of time, constitution is also amended. Amended means a certain changing of things. Clear? So, that is known as Constitutional Amendment Bill. Okay, now there is second is financial control over the executive. The parliament exercises control over the government's income and expenditure. A parliament has a keen eye on its expenditure and the income of the government. They have a very sharp eye on that. The parliament provides ways and means to raise the revenue required and also ensures that the money so granted has been spent for the authorized purposes, which means that you cannot spend government's money on anything you feel like. It should be properly streamlined on particular things and on important purposes. Clear? Okay, now budget. The government places its annual financial statement of the budget before the parliament. You all know about the budget. First you have to tell me who is the finance minister of India at present. Clear? Okay. Now government places its annual financial statement. The budget shows the income of the government in detail and how the money will be spent during a particular year. Before a parliament is after elections, whenever the parliament is made and it is seated, then budget is presented before the government, which tells the different purposes, the different sectors on which the government will be spending money and what is the particular income. Clear? Now control over the executive. The parliament keeps a check on the ministers and their work. Members of the parliament have the right to question the ministers about the policies and the program of the government. This is actually done in the question now. See, when a parliament, see, if I talk about your class, there are different periods and different period have a different subject to be taught. For example, if a class is of 40 minutes of SST, then I will be teaching 40 minute SST to you, and then after SST you have science, maths, etc, etc. The same way the session of the parliament is also distributed. The first hour is the question hour, then it is followed by a 0 hour. So this is how their timetable works. So whenever there is a question hour, as the name arises, as the name suggests, the member of parliament asks questions to the ministers regarding a particular policy, whatever they are following, and also they give a counter to it. Okay, now during the 0 hour, which starts immediately after the question hour, the members can raise issues of public interest. Now in the 0 hour, the ministers or the parliament talks about what are the issues that the public is facing. Okay, that is also known as the public hour. Clear? Now, organ of information. The parliament works as an organ of information. Members of parliament can call for any information except that which may threaten the security of the country. The information provided by the parliament is truthful and precise. This information is collated not only through debates but also through the specific medium of questions to ministers. Thus, the parliament is not just a lawmaking body but also a multifunctional institution. Yes. Parliament is not only about making laws or executing laws, it is much more than that. Okay, whenever there is a threat to the security of the country, whenever there is a threat to the financial control of the country, then it is the biggest source of information. Whatever information gives you, it is very precise and very truthful. Okay, and also they don't even disclose the various secrets of a country, obviously. I hope till now you have understood. Now let me discuss something about the President of India. As I told you, we have discussed about Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, the Indian Parliament also, and now we will be talking about the President. Okay, the President of India is the head of the state. Okay, now let me tell you one thing. President is the head of the state. Prime Minister is the head of the government. Clear? So we will be talking about the President, who is the head of the state. Okay. Now eligibility, a citizen of India, above 35 years of age, not holding any office of profit. Lok Sabha requires 25 years of age, Rajya Sabha requires 30 years of age, and President requires 35 years of age. Clear? Okay. Now salary and allowances, the President draws a salary of rupees 5 lakh per month. He is entitled to other allowances. The salary and the allowance cannot be reduced during the President's term of office. Okay, now we will be talking about the powers of President in my next session, that is the part 3 of the video. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and yes, keep sanitizing your hands. Okay, bye-bye.